South Florida parents who lost their 7-year-old son in a swimming pool accident are now taking legal action. They are filing suit against the companies hired to build and maintain the pool. 7's Jeff Lennox is following the story for us live from Coral Gables this noon and has the latest. Jeff?
Yeah, Diana, we are live outside the lawyers' offices here this afternoon. The family spoke about a half hour ago, talking about this wrongful death lawsuit that they are bringing forward. It is right here, 24 pages long, and it identifies the cause of this young boy's death. Again, the tragic death happening about 2 months ago. As we go ahead and take a look at this video, back on April 13, 2014, this was Calder Sloan's 7 years old, his first swim of the season. He hopped in the family pool in North Miami, swam to the deep end, and that is where he was electrocuted. Friends actually had to pull him out of the pool, and he was pronounced deceased soon thereafter. Now, in this 24-page lawsuit, lawyers zero in on a faulty pool light and electrical grounding and bonding systems as the root of the problem and the cause of death here. The lawsuit filed against 4 different companies, the manufacturers, also an electrician and an inspection company that all had some contact with this pool in North Miami. It identifies these 4 companies as negligent and says they failed to use care in design and manufacturing of the lighting system in this swimming pool. Now, the father's mission here, Calder Sloan's father, it is much bigger than a monetary value in this case. He says he wants to prevent this from happening to other families. Here's what he had to say a little bit earlier. Take a listen.
So why do we find ourselves here in this ocean of grief and absolute despair? Well, simply, it was all laid out here because of the negligence of these professional services and manufacturers who carelessly failed to do their jobs, whether it was servicing our pool, our electrical systems, whether it was making a product that was designed to be safe. That Calder was robbed of his life. He had his whole life ahead of him, and he had amazing potential, and probably not just for his 77 or 80 years that he would have lived, God willing, but for all those generations he would have impacted.
This is the
And we're going to have more on Calder's story coming up tonight, but first I want you to take a look. This is the picture of that faulty wiring. This was where the light was in that family swimming pool in North Miami. You can see that break in the wire right there. That is really the cause of all of these problems, and that is what emitted all of that electricity into this swimming pool in North Miami. You're going to hear from the lawyer coming up tonight. Now, in terms of damages in this case, they are asking for damages in excess of $15,000. That number will likely grow as this case does develop in the courtroom. Right now, we are working on talking to the 4 defendants named in this case, again, pool manufacturers, the electrician, and the inspection company. We're going to try to have all that for you coming up tonight, right here on 7 News. We are live in Coral Gables. Jeff Lennox, 7 News.